Welcome back, everyone. Like I said, I'm going to try to film more often, so back at it. Today, I wanted to talk about my February favorites. I got some makeup, some body care, some skincare. I'm going to kind of go in a random order. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for their support. I got so much great feedback and it made me really feel good about doing this. So I wanted to hop on here and just do kind of like a February yays or nays. And I haven't been trying too much new stuff here lately, but I do have quite a bit. So I'm just going to get started. The first thing I'll talk about, I'll get the boring stuff out of the way. We have the Freeman Barefoot Exfoliating Foot Scrub. Now, I mentioned in my empties video that I had a new favorite foot scrub. This is kind of like an old new because this is the foot scrub that I used to use nonstop when I was in high school. This is the one my mom always had in our house. This smells so good, and the exfoliants are really big, so they really get in there and scrub the shit out of your feet. So I definitely recommend this, and you can get this at Walmart for just a few bucks, and it'll last you forever. Really like that. Another like shower related favorite I have is the DKNY Nectar Love. I got this in a set. It came with a 1 ounce of the actual perfume. Nectar Love is a new perfume that DKNY came out with recently, and it's a very sweet honey scent. I do really like it. And usually I can't stand the shower gels that come with fragrances, but this one actually suds up, like lathers up really nicely, and I really do like this one. Would I repurchase it? Probably not, but it has been a favorite in February. Let's throw in some skincare. Here I have the Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask. This is so good. I don't know why I waited so long to try this. This is a deluxe size sample. It's not my first though, so I have used it enough to know that I really do like it, and I'm definitely going to be purchasing the full size soon. It's so good, especially when you're having a really oily day, when you feel like you're about to have a breakout coming on. This is perfect to just throw it on, let it sit for a few minutes, and wash it off, and your face will feel soft, clean, and so much better. Fragrance that I have been obsessed with in February, it's actually been a really long time that I've really liked this scent. It's just I finally got it for Valentine's Day from Derek. It is the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia perfume. I don't even know if I said it right, but it looks like this. And I know that Gucci has a few different kinds of Flora Gardenia ones. This is the Flora Gorgeous Gardenia one. So yeah, I made sure to look up the notes and have them handy here, because during my empties I didn't do such a great job of describing that perfume that I had by Stella McCartney. So this perfume has notes. The top notes are red berries and pear. The heart notes is white gardenia, and the base is patchouli and brown sugar. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of patchouli. I think patchouli is stinky, but you can barely smell it in this. I'm not even lying to you. You need to smell this. If you tend to have a really sensitive palate when it comes to fragrances, this is definitely a good option because it is so light, but it smells so good. The Luxury Baking Powder in Lace by Makeup Revolution. Now, I know a lot of people, look at that, overexposure. So anyway, what I was going to say is I know everybody's obsessed with the banana powder by Makeup Revolution, but honestly, I could never pull banana powder off. I think my complexion is just too light for it. So they just came out with this lace version, and I've really been liking it. It's very light. It's not cakey. I haven't really baked with it yet, but I usually can't bake because I have really fine lines and it's dry under my eyes. So no matter what I use, it can be the most expensive powder, it can be, cheap powder. None of them look right when I bake. So I have been using this just to set my under eye concealer, and sometimes I'll even use it to set my entire face. It lasts all day, doesn't make my concealer crease, and it doesn't wear off fast throughout the day, which is a problem that I've noticed that I've had. And since we're on the topic of under eye setting powders, I wanted to mention a flop that I physically don't have anymore because I returned it. Honestly, I can't stand returning products, especially once I've used them. But with this powder, it's the NARS crystal setting powder. It's the pressed version, and I've had that on my wish list like for, I want to say, 4 years. And for Valentine's Day, I finally got it. And just for the price tag and for what it did, it just wasn't worth it to me. I feel like it didn't even set my under eye concealer. I felt like when I swatched it with a brush, with a sponge, with my finger, no product came off. Like, it didn't do anything. It was almost like, I feel like people have a like placebo effect. Layla just came into the room. She opened the door. I feel like it's a placebo effect because NARS is such a luxury brand that people just believe in their heads that it does something, but in actuality, like, it did nothing for me, so I just had to return it, and that's why I actually picked this one up. I'm dropping shit over here. I want to talk about the Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation because I know this gets so many mixed reviews. Personally, I don't like drama, so I don't really pay attention. Like, I know it was a really shitty move that they came out with only like 8 shades. I have tried the Shape Tape concealer, and I know that's like their holy grail concealer. I do like it, but I think it's a little overrated, and they have raised the price multiple times, and like before you know it, that shit's gonna be like $30, and that's not cool in my book. But regardless, I did pick this up. Now, just to give you a little backstory, when I did pick it up, I had a really terrible breakout, and I usually don't get breakouts, so I was really embarrassed about it. And I tried a sample of this, and it made it look like I didn't even have anything where this breakout was. Like, that's how good this was. So I feel like I'm kind of biased when it comes to my opinion on this because it did help me in a time of need. I will say there are like little cons about this product. The cons are that there's a thin line where it can become super cakey, so there's no turning back from that. You're just gonna have to wipe your face off. But if used correctly, this looks really, really nice, and it lasts on the face all day. I would definitely recommend this if you're going to be taking pictures and if you're going to need to wear makeup for a long period of time, because this will look really good. It does, however, kind of like crease in my smile lines and my forehead wrinkles throughout the day, but not to a point where I can't bear it. I just go ahead and like tap it out and it just looks good again. So I did really, really like this in February. The Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I know a lot of people have raved about this, and you know, I'm pretty sure all of you know how good this is because you probably tried it yourself, and if you haven't, you probably should. But this is a perfect example of how shitty some shade ranges are. Like, there's only 3 shades of this concealer. 3 fucking shades. Could you believe that? And they're all super light. I have mine in light natural. It's really nice. Blends out nice. Lasts all day. No matter what powder I set it with, it looks good. But like I said, 3 shades? That's a little cuckoo bananas. I have a highlighter I have been obsessed with. It's not the one I'm wearing today, but it's the same brand. It's a Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in Blossom Glow. I think this is one of their like newer shades. It's like the pinky version, and it looks like that. I love how it's got like little petals and stuff. If you could see, if it's not too overexposed, maybe if I'll bring it back some. That's what it looks like. The one I have on today, I think, is Precious Petals. I didn't think I was going to film today, but I got out of work earlier than expected, so I just figured I'd hop on here and do it. Otherwise, I probably would have put this one on instead. I will swatch it on my hand. Hopefully, the overexposure doesn't, like, fuck up the swatch. But it is so metallized. Like, these highlighters are amazing, and now they're carried at Ulta, which is amazing. But yeah, it's like this pink metallic, beautiful, like, bam in your face highlight. And as you can see, this is another one of theirs. Here, I'll put some on my nose. Boom, you see that? You see that? I look like Rudolph the highlight nosed reindeer. Let me buff that out. I definitely want to get some of their other shades because I've been getting some crazy, crazy compliments on these highlights. They're very worth it, especially if you want like a wham bam in your face. This face and body sponge by Double Dare Spa. I've never seen one like this. Now, this isn't like a Clarisonic or anything like that, but the idea is very similar. It's basically got like these ridges on one side and then smaller bristles on the other, and it's made of rubber. And I have been really loving this on those days that I don't really want to deep clean with my Michael Todd Soniclear. I just throw some cleanser on here and just like go to town on my face. It helps me remove makeup. It helps me just clean my face without doing really like an intense exfoliation, because it's not really good to use a Clarisonic or anything like that every day. So I definitely have been liking this, and I love how flexible it is and how big it is, because it really just gets your whole entire face in like a couple of swirls. Also, another tool that I have been obsessed with is this guy. He is filthy, and I only used them once, but you know how it is with sponges, like you can literally just put some concealer on and it'll look like shit, but you can still see how beautiful this sponge is. It's black and red, my favorite colors, and it's got this like marble design. It's by Japanesque, and Japanesque just totally rebooted their whole brand, came out with a bunch of new brushes, and I'm glad that they did, because a lot of them look really, really promising. This is the first one that I picked up from their line, and I mainly picked it up because of how beautiful it is, but it works. It works so good. I can 100% say that this is exactly the same as the original Beauty Blender. The shape is the same. When you dampen it, it gets just as big and soft and bouncy. It blends everything like a dream. And if you're really into the original, this is only $10 as opposed to like the original Beauty Blender is $20. So I highly recommend giving this one a try. Maybe you just found yourself a cheaper alternative. Maybe I just helped you with that. Maybe. One more favorite and then 3 quick flops. I'm not going to really get into too much detail because I really don't like talking shit about products. But I do want to let you guys know what didn't work for me and what probably won't work for you, because I've noticed a lot of products that are mutually disliked. So I'm not going to say, oh, just because this didn't work for me, it might work for you, because that does happen, but most of the time it's a mutual understanding that if a product sucks, it sucks. It's a set. It's by Morphe, and it came in this beautiful rose gold bag. I got it at Ulta. It's only $25, and it comes with 5 face brushes. They also have an eye one like this for $18. I really, really want to get that one because I love Morphe brushes. They're some of my favorite brushes. And here I will show you all 5 brushes. And these are dirty as well because I have been giving them lots of love. These are what the brushes look like. To give you a quick little preview of which brushes come in the set. This is like, I don't even know if they're numbered. They're not numbered, which kind of sucks. But if you get this face set, it's like I said, it's 5 brushes and it's only $25, and you get the cute bag. You get a flat foundation brush. You get like a under eye setting brush. That's what I've been using for this one, but I'm sure you can use it for blush or even highlight. There's a fan brush. I usually don't like fan brushes, but this one is quite good. Also, this kind of like angled brush that you can use for contour or blush. I've been using it for blush. And lastly, it comes with one of these jammies, which is like, I guess you could use it for all over face powder, but I've been using it to contour with, and I've really been digging it. I love like domed brushes like this. I've really been loving those types of brushes lately, and I love anything rose gold, so I really love this set. Let's go to the nays of the yays, right? And then Teddy wants to be in the frame. But anyways, so I'm going to start with this Laura Geller Spackle Tinted Makeup Primer. This is just a deluxe sample, but I'm quite disappointed in it. I don't think it does anything. It doesn't even moisturize my face. I don't know if this is just an old sample and that's why, and I just need to get rid of it. But does anybody like this? Because I personally don't think it does anything. And I know Laura Geller isn't the cheapest brand out there, so I don't recommend this one. Also, I usually love NARS, so I don't know why I have two flops in this video by them, but this is not really a total flop. I'm actually wearing it today. It's their NARS Radiant, what is it? The Radiant foundation that they just came out with, and I actually have a sample. I've used it 3 times so far, and it's just not worth the price tag. I was actually really nervous that I was gonna love it, which means that I was gonna have to shell out, what is it, like $50 for a freaking bottle of it. But honestly, I do not like it. I don't hate it, but for the price, like I said, it breaks up on my nose a lot. Like I've noticed it'll start breaking up like after 3 hours, I want to say. It'll start breaking up on my nose, on my chin, on my cheeks, and I know it's none of the other products that I'm using because I've been using all the other products for a long time. So I'm kind of happy that I didn't love it, because now I don't have to pay all that money for it. So that was a flop. And then the last flop, and the biggest flop, this has been a flop for 2 months. How many times can I say flop in one video? This is the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage. This guy right here. Now, my main skin concern is my under eyes. I have dark ass circles, I have fine lines, they're dry as fuck. So whenever I get a chance to try a new eye cream, I jump at the opportunity. So when Influencer told me that they were going to send me this, I was more than ecstatic. But as you can see, I'm almost out of it because I do want to finish it up. I do not want to have to throw it in the trash, and I didn't want to have to pass it on to anyone because I would not want to do that to anyone. So getting into the actual product, I will show you. I do like that it comes in a tube because then you could just squeeze it out. But let me show you. So when you squeeze it out, it's this orange kind of consistency, and it's very tacky. So when you go in to put it on and you like apply it like you would usually apply eye cream, what it does is it tightens. It tightens around your whole entire eye, but not in a good way where it makes you look younger. What it does is it makes you like everything stick together. So it was making my like lids kind of like tighten, and it looked like I was putting crazy glue onto my lids and on my under eyes. And it also, more than a few times, left like orange residue under my eyes, which wasn't really aesthetically pleasing and not good. So I definitely can't wait to use that up and try something new. I'm very much over this eye cream. I'm definitely not even gonna cut the tube open, so you will definitely see this in my March empties because there's only probably a week's worth of uses left in this. So that about does it for my February favorites, aka February yays and nays. I do apologize because I know towards the end of the video you can probably hear Teddy and Layla fighting in the background because Teddy is a freaking monster, and God forbid Layla wants to be here. He's just gotta be biting on her and messing with her. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. I did want some recommendations for videos. I do have some ideas. Besides favorites and empties, I've never really done any other videos. I was thinking of maybe like top 10 favorite face masks, since I'm really into that. I was also thinking of like maybe a makeup collection / declutter, since I haven't done one in a while. Give me some ideas below. I was also thinking maybe even doing like lip swatch videos, even though I know my lips will hate me for that, but I've actually been thinking of doing those as well. So just leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. Love you, bitches.